Hi, it's Stu Levy with Super 40, talking about my Ironman training. It's a beautiful day here in LA. I hope you don't mind if I just got back from some swimming and cross training, so feeling really relaxed with my body. My muscles are pretty exhausted, to tell you the truth. This is the fifth week is now begun, and I finished 4 weeks of training. So this is my week four report. Um, the weekend was really tough. Saturday I did a long ride. You know, each weekend is the culmination of the week's efforts, and I do a long ride on Saturdays, and then a nice swim on Sunday, followed up pretty much immediately by a long run. So Saturday there was actually a bike race that I was able to participate in. It was 74 miles around the canyons of Los Angeles. Basically starting out in Agoura Hills and riding all through, across Mulholland and Westlake, and then over to PCH, and then back again, and just kind of all around for 74 miles. And the plan was to do a 75-mile ride, so I figured that's perfect timing, and it was a charity ride, so I was able to donate a little bit to charity, and I rode my new Cervelo P2, which was awesome. It was the tuning that the bike shop's been doing for me has really helped. I felt like the fit is getting more adjusted to me. I do think I might change out the saddle. I got some advice on a saddle that won't bother me quite as much, but I am getting really used to being down in the aero bars, and kind of there's a lot of technical downhills where there are a lot of very steep curves where I had to be really careful because my speed was fast, and I had to kind of move with my body into the curves. And a pretty some people have wiped out on those downhills supposedly, and I could understand why, because there were a couple times when I felt like I was going too fast. I tried to put on the brakes. I was thinking that I was going to kind of go past the curve right on into the gravel, and my speed was very fast, and that would have been, a disaster to get into an accident like that. So I did get used to kind of braking before the curve and then putting my body into the curve, kind of like on a motorcycle. But it's hard, and pretty scary, but at the same time a little bit fun. So that was cool getting through that effort. And I actually ended up being number two in that particular distance on my bike. I'm not really sure why. I guess the difference between my old bike, which was a beat up early 90s Trek, still very heavy and very rusty, and this new Cervelo, I think I'm feeling about 5 miles an hour faster speeds. And so that's helping me a lot. But I still want to use my old bike around town a bit because I do feel like, if it gets stolen or if it gets, hit by something, I won't be out all this money because Cervelo is expensive. The bike's pricey. So I plan on only really taking it on the long rides. So after that, Sunday, yesterday, it was a 2,800 or 2,700 meter swim. I cut my cool down short by 200 meters, but generally did the plan there. Followed up by a 13-mile run, which became pretty much a 14-mile run. My first half marathon distance or above half marathon since Boston Marathon 2 weeks ago. And my legs were hurting. There was a lot of weight going on in these legs after the ride, after all this training. It was a tough run. I ran on the beach, not on the sand, but along the path. So not really any hills, but just kind of on these tired legs, trying to make it through the 14 miles was hard. And so I tried to go slow. I didn't really overdo it with time. Was really kind of going pacing at the most 8 minutes a mile pace, and really around 8:30 or 8:25, and just kind of taking it easy for me. Really not trying to go particularly fast. And I think I'm teaching my body, how to run while being tired, so that I can set myself up for a good third leg of the Ironman, since the run is obviously hard. Coming out doing a full marathon after this almost 4K swim and 112-mile bike, especially in Ironman Hokkaido in Japan with all the crazy incline and hills. that we're going to be on. So I'm 4 weeks done with 4 weeks. I've got 16 left. I'm pretty exhausted. No matter how much sleep I'm getting, it's not enough. I'm really feeling a bit lethargic. My body is just kind of like crying for rest. So I feel like I might, need more recovery than I've got. I'm eating all the time. I'm just starving. So I'm eating all the time, and that's kind of, interesting. I'll just wolf down stuff in the fridge, even if I'm just so hungry I don't even necessarily throw it in the microwave. I'll just eat it cold. But I'm still trying to really learn on how to kind of, get into this new intense training regimen. So I guess that's about it for the 4th week. I'm still here in LA, as you can see, this beautiful weather. But after about a week and a half, I have to go to Japan, and got to try to find a case to bring my bike out there, or I'll have to basically be on spinning bikes the whole time, which I don't think will be good for my training. So still a lot of stuff to figure out, but it's a challenge, and that's what I'm here to do. So that's my weekly report. I'm enjoying this challenging process, but I still feel like there's a long way to go and a lot of mistakes I can make, and problems that I'm thinking I'm going to encounter along the way. So that's the update. Once again, Stu Levy with Super 40. Thank you.